Peter Vanalia coming to you from the paddock here at Yonkers Raceway in New York. Looking forward to next Tuesday afternoon's 5 mile-and-a-quarter trot races, all with expanded fields. I'm here with Yonkers leading driver, Jason Bartlett. Thanks for joining us, Jason.
Thank you.
Now, not surprisingly, when the trainers were selecting their horses, they selected Jason Bartlett on a number of very good ones, including 4 of the morning line favorites, the first of which is in the 8th race. You're driving the 4-horse Dominus Hanover for Tom Malici. 2 well-bet seconds in a win this year, with the win coming in his last start by 7 lengths. And that was really his first career win, but sure, with his speed, he looks like to be a pretty effective one at this level.
Yeah, he's he's a little bit warm, and so we've been trying to figure out what to put in his mouth so it works and what doesn't. So last week we seemed to get the right thing on him, and was able to rate him pretty easy. So if he can mind his manners and be rateable, he'd be very tough in here.
Now, in that regard, he has to deal with a couple of trailers here in the mile-and-a-quarter distance. Any issues with any of those?
No, the 1-horse beat him. The 10-horse beat him there 1 week. But like I said, he was just he went 28, 58, 128. So he got a little tired there, me fighting with him a little bit. But last week he was 2 fingers. I'd like to race him off a helmet if I can sometime, and we'll go from there. We'll just race him accordingly.
Yeah, another easy win last week for Jason Bartlett. In the 9th race, you're driving the 5-horse Jiwali for trainer David Russo. He's 3rd at the non-winners of $8,000 level last week, but had a bit of a tough journey. Tell us about that.
Yeah, he's just running in really, really hard in the turns. Was got inside the pylons there around the last turn, just running in too hard. Couldn't keep him out. So he had enough trot. If we can get him to straighten up a little bit, it'd be pretty tough.
Now he gets another drop here today, which certainly should help. And distance doesn't seem to be an issue for this one, is it?
No, and he has enough gate speed that he can get himself in position too. So he will be going forward with him, and then take the race from there.
All right, in the 10th race, you have a horse last week I thought raced reasonably well, Shoemaker for trainer Monique Cohen. This is a horse who earned nearly $120,000 down under. 2 board finishes in the last 2, and drops today after chasing a really good-looking front-end winner in the last.
Yeah, that horse that beat him last week jogged the week before in 56, so I knew he was going to be hard to beat. That horse is coming off a qualifier. I had to be a little bit careful with him, prior to he was making breaks. So he was pretty safe last week, so I would see here that we might push forward a little bit and see where we end up.
Yeah, and this one, another one of these horses who have done their work elsewhere, they seem to come in, they seem to tend to handle the distance even better than a lot of the local horses. Is that what you found?
Yeah, I think they're a little bit more used to it than our horses are, so the distance probably helps them out a little bit.
In the 11th race, you're driving the 5-horse, Just the Rebel, who is the morning line favorite. This horse coming out for an amateur win, but before that, a really nice second with you aboard, sitting a typical perfect Bartlett trip. Tell us about this one. Yeah,
he came across that aggressive horse too in that day, and he raced really well. 56 and change here. Looks like if he could try 56 in this race, that we're going to be a winner. But nice little horse, classy old horse. Can do it any which way you want to do it. So I like him in here.
Yeah, and this is another one now. He's at the mile-and-a-quarter distance. Did pick up a couple of third-place finishes last year. This is another one. Seems like he should be able to handle the distance.
Yeah, he always seems to have a nice kick home. So I would look for him to be pretty good in this race. I don't think it's as tough as the last race that he was in.
All right, and again, that's Tuesday afternoon. Jason Bartlett aboard some very solid 4 morning line favorites of the 5 races that were going to be at the mile-and-a-quarter distance. Thanks for joining us, Jason.
Thank you.